So TikTok detectives have been popular for quite a while now, but recently I stumbled across a guy that genuinely scares me. Like, his ability is so good, he could probably figure out exactly where I am recording this video right now. Now, the kind of trend of TikTok detectives did start with Rainbolt. He's just a professional Google Maps player who thought it'd be kind of fun to just figure out where people are, and that is exactly what he did. However, a man by the name of Yuval the Terrible has taken it to the next level. Like, this is unbelievable. His skill is terrifying. So I've gathered a couple clips together which I personally believe really represent his skill and his ability, and I find it terrifying. It really is. So let's get into the first clip. Now, this one's a little bit different to what he'll usually do. Usually it's him trying to find a location, but this one is crazy to me, because when you go on like people's stories or some shit and they're posting screenshots of messages and they kind of covered them up, this guy could probably find out what's underneath it. It's mind-blowing.
The very first thing I did to uncover the text here was to create borderlines to indicate where the tops and bottoms of each letter would be, which I did by taking note of the portions of the letters that were visible. Now, with the portions of the letters that he didn't cover up, there are a few I'm able to determine immediately. Only a T curves at the bottom like these two letters. This letter over here has to be an N. Here we can see the bottom of a G over here and over here.
Instantaneously, he's already got like a couple letters. How? Genuinely, how? That is mind-blowing.
As at each instance where we can see the tops of three letters side by side must be the word telling, giving us another telling over here and another telling over here. And the little white dot that is the top of this letter over here lets me know that this fourth line must end with an I-N-G. Now that I've spotted 4 I's, it helps me distinguish the tops of I's from the tops of L's, which helps me determine this dot to be an I, as well as this dot. Putting that all together gets us here.
So as he develops, he starts to kind of gain a fair amount of words, and he gets a kind of rhythm of it, and he understands what the guy's kind of writing out, and he's able to just pull the words out based on the sentence. It's fucking terrifying, because imagine if there was like actual text messages. This is the kind of shit that the police force needs nowadays. I'm not joking.
This fourth line I know is not the word telling, because then I would have been able to see the top of the L just like I saw the top of the I, but I did have one guess as to a verb that I thought you probably would put somewhere on this sheet. And that's literally just the word gatekeeping, which when I tried fit exactly. Like to the pixel exactly.
Down to the fucking pixel. This guy, how? Genuinely, how? If you'd show me that and I had to figure out, I'd say, okay, I'll try and kind of figure out what's underneath it. And yeah, I mean, maybe you kind of get close, but it would not be as precise as this, because I guarantee you this guy has got it down to the dot.
So we know that only a select few pairings of letters will fit here and that he's not saying something. Except he's not saying something. He's not saying nothing. Which gives us the H and the I 20 pixels apart poking out of the top. And of course, to make sure that I was spacing out everything correctly, I wrote out all 5 lines in full and made sure that they lined up. And they did, exactly to the pixel.
That's terrifying. That last sentence, that's the kind of shit that will send chills down your spine. Exactly to the pixel. Anyway, so now you've got a rough idea on what he's like. I'm going to show you a clip which actually is just like mind-blowing. It is mind-boggling. Just for context, this woman, she's in a hotel. We don't know where it is, okay? We have a rough idea on what the room looks like and what she's kind of ordered from the hotel. That's it. Nothing else. And this guy's about to tell us exactly where she is, to the coordinate. I'm not joking.
I told you that wasn't specific enough. First, I thought I'd use your headboard to locate your hotel since it's so unique. However, unfortunately for me, it seems as if this style of headboard is a lot more common than I thought it would be. And I realized I could actually use your room service again to narrow down your hotel.
So off the bat, he's already picked out the headboard, which is very specific. Clearly, he's just got so much experience in this kind of workforce, I suppose, that he can just pick out random things. I mean, this guy could probably just like look at the curtain behind me and he'd know exactly where I am. Honestly, if he somehow sees this video, I'd love for him to kind of privately message me on like Instagram or whatever, just to say, this is where you are. That shit would scare me.
Because you ordered one very specific item, berry compote. So I decided to do a search for hotels with berry compote on their breakfast menu. Now, I didn't have a confirmation that your hotel was in London again, but I didn't get the sense that anyone was flying you anywhere, so I decided to start there. And looking for London hotels with berry compote on their breakfast menu, I only got one direct hit. Ferndale Hotels. A hotel chain with 5 hotels in London.
He's already to the hotel, and all he used was what she ordered from the menu. Okay, yeah. I mean, sure, so you could probably do this. Okay, I'm not doubting people's ability to do this, but this is where it gets scary. This is, oh my gosh.
Breakfast menus of all 5 hotels, and Soho was the only location that had berry compote listed on their menu. Additionally, they had smoked salmon scrambled eggs, which you also ordered. And going back to my headboard search from earlier, I realized that all the hotels that popped up were actually all Ferndale locations.
Could you imagine if, you were trying to hide something from someone on the internet, and it was genuinely like a personal thing, and it was really private. And they just slipped this guy a 20 and they got your location. I mean, fuck Find My iPhone. We don't need that. Or Snap Maps. We don't need that. We have this guy. This guy's an absolute menace. I'm baffled. I really am.
It didn't take me long to realize you were staying in the deluxe terrace room, matching the headboard, wallpaper, and artwork shown here to the headboard, wallpaper, and artwork in your video. Looking out your window, we can see that you're directly across from a building that has horizontal slats running across the side.
Just stop. He just got it down to the pixel. It's like his last video, just down to the exact pixel. The headboard, the wallpaper, and the art. It's all the exact same. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I just couldn't tell you. This guy has an incredible mind.
Which is this building right over here, which means you have to be in one of these two terrace rooms. However, from the window, we can also see that there is a railing separating a terrace to the left of you, which means you must be looking through the window on this terrace. You can even see that this table over here is directly behind you in your video, which means your room is right here, the deluxe terrace room, the second southernmost room on the 6th floor of the Soho Hotel on Richard Mews in London. I'm glad you decided to wait to post until after you left this time.
It's to the coordinate. It's literally to the coordinate. He's got the exact room down. He's using data from outside the window. Is that even allowed? Like, is that cheating? I don't know. Now, although this could definitely be used for good things, and it probably will be because it's just one innocent, kind of nice guy, there is an aspect of danger to it, especially with AI nowadays. If an AI bot learns to do what this guy has done, we are doomed. Because let's say, you know, maybe there's someone and they don't like you very much and they'd quite like you to be 6 foot under. All they'd have to do is just go to the AI bot, maybe show the bot a couple videos, a couple pictures, and just say, where is this person? And they'd get it even faster than a human. I mean, they probably know in minutes, seconds. It is a scary thought. Anyway, with that being said, I just wanted to say a little bit about this because I was just fascinated. Like, I was genuinely impressed. I don't usually get too impressed by things, but that was something that really got me going. I was looking at that and thinking, holy shit, that is something special. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. See ya. Please subscribe.